Today we are going on about what every fighter needs to do. And I mean needs to do. And I'll be honest, it's hard. It's hard to stick to the plan for this, but it's something that you're going to massively regret if you do not do this. I paid the price for not doing this before, and now I'm pretty strict upon these rules. We're going to talk about mobility, and I'm not going to talk about flexibility here. I want to focus more on the mobility aspect of your training, and it's doing some sort of mobility routine, because mobility is the longevity in this sport. Mobility is the joint's ability to actively move in their full range of motions. You've ever had shoulder pain after throwing jabs, or even mine now, I'm doing this, I can hear it clicking. That is the mobility in my shoulder. It's crap, it's not very good, and I need to improve upon this, but that is something I focus on at this current moment in time. And let's get this light a little bit better. There we are, that's better. Flexibility, that is your soft tissues actively stretching. Let's do a little example. Just doing this, that is your flexibility. But then doing stuff like this, oh, you heard it click there, that is your mobility. Now, not being mobile, what does it lead to? Number one, injuries. No one likes being injured, no one at all. Number two, 20-minute warm-ups on your hips. If you've got stiff hips, you'll know this one. You've got to do leg swings for days before you can kick the pad, just to warm up those hips. And number three is being stiff as a board. I don't have a board here, but I've got this. It's not subtle, it's very hard, it's stiff. And the reason why all fighters should have some sort of mobility routine is to avoid these things. If your joints are more mobile, you're going to be able to be in certain positions and basically be bent in weird positions without getting injured. If someone had my arm up here, it's going to hurt my shoulder because of the mobility on my shoulder. And my mobility now is a lot better. I do 3 times a week, I try and get it in, and this is why everyone should do yoga. And I'm not too much of a fan of the yin yoga, the slow yoga. I want the one where I'm moving and I'm flowing, because I'm moving within these motions. When you fight, you don't hold a position and stay there. You'll kick and bring it straight back down. That is the range of motion in your hip flexors and your hamstrings and everything within your legs. It is moving, it's not a static stretch, which is why I'm a big fan of the, I think it's vinyasa yoga, but the flowy sort of yoga to get you moving in those positions. Another reason I like yoga is because it's focused. You see these things here, they're dangerous, they're very dangerous. And when I seem to stretch at home, this kind of gets in the way. I put it on YouTube, on the TV, and this starts buzzing. And I'm not going to say I love it. I absolutely love it. Which means my focus isn't always present. Whereas when I go to a yoga session, I am present within the moment. All I'm thinking about is the yoga. Any problems, any stress, it's not there at that given time. My phone's in the locker and I've got some focused work, and that is where I can go deeper into these movements and flow into them and get more concentrated work. When this is here actually, or when this is here, that's not the case. I might be stretching, but I might be looking at the phone at the same time, which is not focus work. And if you went through, it was yesterday actually, how to improve as a fighter quicker, my tips, it's focus work, and by getting rid of your phone, it makes it more focused. But that is a personal preference, that is totally up to the individual, but I like going to do yoga in an outside situation, not at home. But every fighter needs to include some sort of mobility routine if they want to be here for the longevity in this sport and last a well, I was going to say a lifetime, but this sport is not for a lifetime, but last your career, because I have had many injuries down to my mobility on my joints before, and whilst I do these 3 sessions a week, I feel so much more lighter on my feet, so much more quicker, so much better about myself. I just feel looser every time I get into the gym, and that is all down to my mobility sessions. That is how we do things round here, 'cause you know what we are. We're built different, and I'll see you in the next one. Bish, bash, bosh, pow!